Top 10 tricks scammers use to win. After number 1, you'll never look at someone the same way again. Hardly a week seems to pass without con artists, fraudsters, delinquents and their hapless victims constantly being taken advantage of. Our news cycle always has a story about a telephone fraud or email scam. People listening to these stories can often shake their heads and wonder how people can be so gullible. Maybe, these people are elderly or less well educated. Perhaps the victims are particularly vulnerable because they have specific traits like being recently bereaved or socially isolated. From what we see in the evidence present, 1 in 5 over the age of 65 say that they have been targeted by scammers. As people grow with the technical age and become more technology literate, there will be less room for scammers to operate. However, nobody is immune to fraud and most times people simply fall for scams due to the psychological techniques employed by fraudsters. It's not just our elderly that are getting taken advantage of. Be safe and learn the skills needed to make sure you won't be a victim of an attack. Here's 10 psychological reasons why people fall for scams, and how to avoid them. 10. Official, Sham. Using official sounding titles and names for everyday things. Scammers will try to sound impressive to gain your trust. They can use official sounding titles and names for regular merchants and everyday items. Examples include referring to a Visa gift card as the official electronic federal tax payment system card, or instead of using the name of a store like Target, they will call it a government-affiliated payment processing location. Pretending to be a government official is a felony offense. Know that you have the right to more proof when someone attempts to outrank you. 9. Chit Chat Champion. The most successful cons calculate your desire. What can the con artist offer the victim that will make them abandon rational thought for the promise of fantasy? The best way to discover someone's desires: ask. Victims don't ask a lot of questions, victims answer a lot of questions. Victims don't look for why the offer is a scam, they look for why the offer will benefit their life. A scammer not only needs to be a master actor but a master listener. When chit-chatting with a stranger, be sure to not invest your pocketbook. These insincere, polite convos are the start of something more malicious. 8. False fire. Creating fake emergencies. Hello? This is the IRS. Your 401k plan will be frozen if you don't comply. Your passport will be seized if you don't fix this today. The maximum sentence for this crime is 5 years in prison and a $10,000 fine. This is what you will hear from scammers pretending to be in official organizations and demanding money on the spot for made-up issues. Next time a situation that throws you into a state of panic comes out of the blue, your blood pressure may raise for a moment but settle back down when you remember fake emergencies are a scammer's best friend. 7. Hoodwinked rewards. Rewarding cooperation with encouraging and friendly comments. Scammers will try to play the part of a trusted friend, offering help in a way out of the emergency they just created. They will often reassure the victim that they seem like a good person and are willing to help them out with this situation, spending their important time on you out of the goodness of their heart. When they find that we agree with something that will lead us into a scam, they reciprocate our fallacy by pumping out lots of positive reinforcement. Don't be won over when they notice your good characteristics. 6. Good, flawed friend. Con men tend to be great talkers. Speech can be manipulated just as effectively as body language to build a quick sense of familiarity between scammer and victim. A good con man will put his victim at ease by telling stories that reveal his own anxieties, faults, and desires, thereby fabricating what feels like common ground. As research shows, we're quick to trust people we see as imperfect, like ourselves. Don't let con men build rapport only to sweep you away. 5. No way, Mr. Nice Guy. If someone does something for us, we feel more obliged to do something for them. This is the principle of reciprocity. In order to create a manipulative environment towards you, scammers use this kind of enforced indebtedness on their targets. Being provided a beverage or getting an exclusive offer to invest money can be seen as someone doing you a favor. That in turn can make someone to want to return the favor. Your favor could be as simple as continuing to listen to their sales pitch or as destructive as signing up for a bogus scheme. Be wary of accepting any type of kindness during blind inquiries or sales pitch interactions. Someone offering something can often be setting you up with a false loaded happiness, only looking to tip the scales at the last minute with deceit. 4. TikTok. Con artists use the time principle to persuade their victims to act quickly before rational thought and self-control can kick in. Setting a deadline will boost excitement and enable the dopamine reward center to kick in just in time to chase the false goal. This works the same way as retailers influence shoppers to buy more with tempting limited time-only sales. Rushed into a decision? Take action and taking no action. 3. Scarcity thinking. One last piece of pie. People are generally worried about missing out on an opportunity. If such an offer is for a limited time only, then the principle of scarcity suggests that people are more likely to be drawn to it. We as human beings are hardwired to act quickly so as to not miss out on a freedom being threatened. When pitching financial offers, scammers will claim that this offer is only valid now, and as soon as they put the phone down, the offer will be gone. People feel that they simply can't miss out on such an opportunity to get the one-up. Recognizing when scarcity mindset is triggered can be a great defense against losing your investment of time, energy and funds. That way we can purchase our own pie. 2. Small steps. Are you a consistent and committed, admirable person? Fraudsters will play on your worthy qualities to exploit you. These manipulators take advantage of our good nature by getting us to commit to little steps which then escalate. For example, by getting people to answer their simple questions, like, "How are you today?" The master manipulator is getting their prey to fool themselves into believing that they are happy to talk to this unknown person. And of course, the intensity is ramped up to lead to more personal questions. Like, who do you bank with? After the initial investment of answering one question, it would be inconsistent not to answer another one. Since we are helpful, polite and admirable people, manipulators take the initiative to exploit our consistency. Don't be afraid to stop the chain reaction and opt out on the exponentially growing wave of baby step answers to monster stomp conclusions. 1. Mirror mode. We tend to like people who seem to be the same as us. The principle of similarity suggests that we are much more likely to agree to a request from someone we like. Is this master manipulator mirroring your actions, like your hand gestures or facial expressions? What about your vocal tone? Have they asked you your hobbies or career interests? Scammers take advantage of this and try to find out things about us in order to appear to be like us. For example, asking your date of birth, and then mentioning that it is their date of birth also, can have the unconscious effect of making you like them more, and hence more likely to agree to their requests. These techniques used by con artists are psychological ploys that easily would be foiled on their own, but buyer beware, when these are combined they can be powerful tools to tip the scales in conversation. Being aware of these 10 psychological principles will allow you to resist them and avoid being scammed by the manipulator behind the curtains. Thanks for watching Psychology Hero. Make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below saying, "I subscribe," and we'll try our best to reply to your comment.